Wow. 129, 120. I am upset. I'm going to try not to let my emotions get the best of me in this live. It's going to be a quick live because I can't really extend this live, man. I just have to be honest with you. If I say what I got to say, it's not going to be good. So let's just start off with De'Aaron Fox. Phenomenal game, showing why he's a future star in this league, future superstar in this league. 39 points tonight, career high. It doesn't matter they lost the game. He'll be the first to tell you that. Great game, no doubt. He carried the Kings all night. He kept them alive all night. Bogey helped out in the second half. Buddy had a tough shooting night, but I'll get into that. But he had a tough shooting night. He had a bad night, bad basketball. It's tough. It's just tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. Now you have to man up, own up to your mistakes, understand and acknowledge that you allowed a great opportunity to slip away. Now you got to beat the good teams. No excuses. You got to beat the good teams. You got to beat the Mavericks. You got to beat the Lakers. You cannot lose to the Spurs and expect to make the playoffs. There's 7 games remaining. You must go at least 5-3, and 2 of those wins need to be against the Pelicans. So do the math. You either got to beat the Mavericks, the Rockets, the Lakers. That needs to happen. All right. Get that out of your system. Spurs done, lost. If you lose to Orlando, it's over. If you lose to the Magic, it's a wrap. Have no hope in this team. They need to beat the Magic. They need to beat the Magic. They need to be ready to rock and roll. Okay. Did I get it? Did I put out all the great positives? They picked up the pace before I get into the negatives. They picked up the pace tonight, which I liked. They scored a lot of points. I was on Twitter essentially laughing about the idea of good defense against bad defense. You know, it's people really use the term loosely way too often, in my opinion, because they think that if you get the results, which is coming back into a game or leading or holding a team to a certain amount of points, it's good defense. When a lot of the times, if you actually pay attention to the game, you would see that in the second quarter where the Kings played good or better defense, right? They allowed at least, I counted at least, because it's impossible to really digest the whole game, especially at first. You have to really go back and watch film and do all those things. But I at least counted 4 times where they were wide open, okay? Wide open. They just happened to miss the shots. And the same plays where the Kings would play good defense in the first quarter and guys are making tough shots, bankers, mid-range shots, over-contested shots. As I've always said, these guys are professional basketball players. They're professional scorers. They're going to get buckets no matter what, okay? So apply the same defense or however you want to call it into the second quarter where they were doing the exact same thing, and it just happened that the Spurs started to miss those shots. So I ask you, is it good defense or is it better offense? Which is it? Is it only good defense when it's in your favor perceptionally? Like, oh, well, they held this team to 25 points this quarter as opposed to 43. That's good defense. But you understand that they left them 4, 5, 6 times open. Legitimately wide open. This argument of, oh, well, no. A lot of fans don't know how to really use the term good defense, bad defense. And at the end of the day, better offense will always beat good defense. That's a fact. Whoever scores more points wins the game. And we saw it today. They scored 129 points. Okay. Bielitsa, 30 minutes, 5 of 8, 12 points. Barnes, 10 points, 4 of 5. Rashawn Holmes, 10 points, 3 of 5. Fouled out. I thought 2 fouls were legit no fouls. He got screwed. Happens. It happens. Harry Giles, 4 minutes. Not much. Corey Joseph, again. Corey Joseph, man. Luke is infatuated with Corey Joseph. I'm sorry. I like Corey a lot as a person. Great guy. But he is infatuated with Corey Joseph. Bazemore played less minutes than him. 23 minutes. Buddy played 20. Jeffries played 7. Wow. Wowzers. That's the thing. Like, Bazemore is a better defender than Corey Joseph. Yet, Corey Joseph is out there playing more minutes, yet he doesn't give you the extra dimension that Bazemore has, which is aggressiveness going to the rack. Bazemore by no means is a great scorer, but at least he'll be aggressive enough and try to score, which keeps the defense honest, unlike Corey Joseph, okay? That's tough. That's tough to see 26 minutes over 23. And I'm not even arguing Buddy. I'm just arguing Bazemore. Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Corey Joseph should not be playing 26 minutes a night. He should be playing 19 minutes max a night. Max. Stop it. Boy, oh boy. 1 of 4 from 3. At least he took 4 shots. I'll give Corey credit there. He at least took the shots. And I don't care if he was a +8. Like, it comes to a point where you need buckets, and he's not out there getting buckets. And even on switches. Like, if you want athleticism out there, you put the bigger guy in there. And that's a coaching issue. I get it. Luke was out-coached by the best coach ever in Greg Popovich. No shame there. No shame there. Okay? None. How's everybody doing? I know there's comments coming in. Love you guys. Respect you guys. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I just don't get it, though. And Buddy Hield, 2 of 13, 1 of 8 from 3. Look, he had a tough shooting night, and he'll be the first to admit that, okay? He'd be the first to admit it. And then he missed 2 straight free throws, which is uncharacteristic of him. That's how you know he had a bad night. The first 2 free throws he missed. He was 1 of 3. Only thing he went to the line. He needs to go to the line a lot more. He needs to be more aggressive going to the rack. And he could have got some fouls called for sure. He went to the bucket for sure. He tried. He didn't get the calls. But he could have been more aggressive. But he knows that. My issue with this whole Buddy experiment off the bench is Luke is infatuated with him being the primary ball handler, the primary playmaker, which he can be. I like him more as a secondary with the live dribble in the half court. I don't need him bringing the ball up the court. I don't need him initiating my offense. That's not his strength. Stop putting him there in these positions to fail. It's like you want him to fail. You need to get out of your mind that he is not that guy. He's a guy that's going to get you buckets in spurts. He's a guy that's going to try very hard on defense if his offense is cooking. And we saw it, and one thing that I noted that I want to talk about was, again, better offense beats better defense, but guys like Bogdanovich, Buddy Hield, even Kojo, when you don't have great athleticism, no matter what you do, you're going to get beat. And it happened a lot tonight. A lot. Like, they got beat a lot. Bogey got beat a lot. Kojo got beat a lot. Bazemore had 2 fundamental turnovers that I feel like a lot of people don't even want to talk about. 2 balls were just slipped out of his hand. That led to points. That led to a 3-pointer at the 7:25 mark. Just tough, man. Just tough. I think they had, what was the turn? They had 15 turnovers. 15 turnovers. 15 too many. Oh, man. Corey isn't a true point guard and doesn't play well with Buddy. Bazemore played really good. Buddy acting like Markelle Fultz. He's an airhead sometimes and acts like Michael Jordan. That's not true. That's inaccurate. Maybe I'm overreacting, but we are not going to make the playoffs this year, and we are not going to make them next year or the year after. You're overreacting. Too much talk. The players need to keep their head down and work. Talked about ESPN Ringer after you do something, and you guys stop hyping their "we want all the smoke" type of quotes, please. That's fair. That's fair. Nita Len, you are ARL. Buddy was just awful. Again, contextually speaking, he was awful. But not setting him up to succeed is a conversation we have to have, and it's a realistic one that honestly doesn't fit the agenda of a lot of the Buddy haters out there. It just doesn't. Put your players in the best positions to succeed, and you will get good results. That's a fact. That's a fact. Buddy Hield is not a good player, and Harry Giles is an absolute baby in the paint. Trade and no re-signing incoming. Overreacting. Overreaction. Fox had a bad shooting night as well. Basically, everyone had a bad night. Fox was 17 and 33, 1 and 7 from 3. That's not good. It was a headband. Lousy game. If Fox hit threes more consistently, we'll win more. That's true. Giles is trash. Got in the game, and the 0-19 happened. Oh, coach is speaking. Thank you. I want to see Bogey running the point instead of Hield. Thank you. He should be your primary backup, honestly. He is your second best playmaker, but for some strange reason, Luke Walton doesn't see it that way. Hivik was awesome in getting his players in situations to succeed, but Luke, he doesn't understand that, it seems. Miss Alex being a big body in the middle tonight. Also, I'm starting Buddy Fox, Bogey, Barnes, Holmes. That should be your starting lineup. Yogi should get more play over Corey. Facts. That's true. Bogey should be coming off the bench. I think Alex Len's rebound ability will help. Buddy and Bogey's defense isn't just going to take us anywhere. Yeah, again, you can't gain athleticism out of nowhere. You're 27 years old at this point in your life. You are what you are. It doesn't matter how great your scheme is defensively. Because at the end of the day, those Spurs guards, which are extremely athletic, they're really athletic. They're going to blow by you no matter what. And same with Fox. Like, no matter what they did, more times than not, he's going to blow by you. What I don't like about a lot of you guys is that when Fox scores, it's not bad defense on the Spurs, right? It's like, oh, Fox is great. But when the Kings get scored on, it's bad defense. That's just the nature of a fan. I get it. And again, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. But y'all got to stop being so one-sided, man, and just call it the way it is. Like, guys get buckets. This is an offensive-oriented league. Let's be honest here. Guys are professional basketball players. They are professional scorers. They do something very well, and that's get the ball in the bucket. Even the Corey Josephs of the world, believe it or not. He just goes up against guys who are just better than him. But no matter how great your scheme is, sometimes it doesn't even matter. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Spurs are more confident in making their shot, plain and simple. I'm so sad. Where's Harry Giles? What does Luke do good instead of speaking on what he does bad? I'm guessing Harry and the guy who every comment in this section are overreacting will bounce back. Don't worry. BoMac94 is positive. I like the positive vibes. Just can't take another heartbreak, please. It seems like this just falls over the Kings fan each year. They committed too much on defense so many times where a Spurs player literally blew past a Kings player and kicked it out to an open shot. Exactly. Sometimes, I don't know if Luke and the coaching staff, they're preaching aggressive defense. My thing is, if you don't got the bodies, like the Kings don't have the bodies for stuff like that. If you don't get that steal when you go for it, you're gonna get blown by. Like you're going to get blown by no matter what. But it doesn't help when you play a guy up so tight like that. He's gonna blow by you. Because laterally, Corey Joseph, Buddy Hield, Bogdanovich, even Bazemore to some extent, they're not very good laterally. Now, who's good laterally? De'Aaron Fox is phenomenal. Laterally. Rashawn Holmes, for his size, is phenomenal. Bjelica, not so much. And they Belly got exposed on defense tonight. But see, is it him getting exposed, or is it just doing what you got to do from an offensive perspective? Like, you got to put the big man in a pick and roll, and that's all you got. That's what you have to do. And the same can be said for the Kings. Like, if you see a big, attack him. That's what good teams do. That's what good players do. They pinpoint the mismatches. And DeMar DeRozan took advantage of that tonight. That's just the truth, though, man. Like, if you know basketball, you would know the truth. And that's just the truth. Guys are going to score. Good players will pinpoint mismatches all the time. That's the thing, like, if the defense was great, right, which there are very good defenses, like the Raptors are the best defense, I think. Those guys got the bodies. The Kings don't. The Spurs don't. There are a few amount of teams in the NBA who have the personnel to be a great defensive team. The Kings are not built that way. So what have I said for a long time? Triple down on your strengths, triple down on your offense. Put your players in positions to succeed. Adjust to the personnel of your team. Don't make your team something that they're not. I'm not saying don't play. I've never said that. What I've said is triple down on your offense. Get timely stops. Get timely stops. Put Yogi in there. That when Fox takes a break, he pushes the pace, and you just go. And you go, and you run, and your wings run their lanes, and they go to the corners. That make it more difficult than what it really should be. This is the truth. That is just the truth. Open three-point shooters is bad defense. Agreed. It is bad defense. But the Spurs had 21 points in the second quarter. And I counted. I don't know how many you counted. I counted at least 4 wide open shots that did not go in. So if those shots go in, what's 4 times 3? 12. So they would have had 33 points. You see the difference there? They just missed the shots. And earlier, when the Kings were actually playing defense, contesting shots, and guys just making shots, I mean, they were making shots. At the end of the day, things are going to just balance out, right? That's just the way it is, man. That's just basketball, though. So, do the Kings end the playoffs? It's tough right now. I mean, there is a lot of pessimism, and rightfully so. They've earned these negative vibes from me and from an entire fan base who is stressing over breaking this or ending this drought. Like, they want to end this drought. Tonight's loss was detrimental, without question. It doesn't mean it's end-all be-all type thing. They can still beat some good teams. They're more than capable of doing it, especially if you get your other guys to contribute more. And if you get your other guys in better positions to contribute the way you expect them to contribute. Also, man, the reason why I'm not in Sacramento now, I'm with the parents. Came over. Parents got back from Mexico to come visit them. Haven't seen them in about 3.5 weeks. That's why I got this, and that's why I don't got my DSLR and the quality. I know a lot of you guys like the quality and the black lights and the red and purple lights and all that good stuff. But I'm excited. My wife and I just bought a house. We're moving in August 6th in Sacramento, so I'm Sacramento proud. Shooters shoot, man. Get your merch. Appreciate all the support, man. But again, I'm just excited to make a living for the rest of my life in Sacramento. So keep supporting, man. Keep sharing. Appreciate the love. I'm sure I'll get to it a lot more extensively on the next show. When I'm home and I got all the equipment, I brought my mic, brought my laptop. I can stream from anywhere, but obviously I would like to have most of my setup. But other than that, man, appreciate all the support. keep your faith up, man. Let's hope that the Kings can beat the Magic. That's what I'm hoping for. And that's it. And they'll go from there. But if they lose to the Magic, you best believe it's over. It's a wrap. Like, if they lose to the Magic, it's over. So that's that. Appreciate you guys' support, love, prayers. Keep me in your prayers, man. It's a big ass commitment. So, whoo-wee. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much, man. Appreciate you. Much love and respect. See you on the next one.